We are back, baby. International football is over and we are back to the league. One match down and 1 point taken. What can we say? 1 point is a good result, but the match itself may not have been the best match we've ever had. We did have some major injuries, 3 players down, and that's not going to bode well for the future, but I will take what I can get. 1 point against Ipswich is a fantastic result. So I am very interested this evening to hear what you think about it. Was it a good result? Were you unhappy? What did you think of the play today? All that good stuff. Come in and talk to us. So I am Paddy Power. This is WREXtra time on the Local Pundit channel. And what we do here is we call your... Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. What we do here is we talk to you about what you want to talk about. It is after the match. There's plenty to talk about. I may need to cut the show just a little bit shorter this evening. We'll see how everything goes in the house here if everything remains quiet. But I do want people in quick today, rough and ready, nice and fast. Let's get it going. And we will talk about what you want to talk about. And there are things to talk about this evening, including all the injuries. And then, of course, the players who actually got starts today. Did they do well? Did they do not? Was it their fault? So who is going to be first in tonight, guys? The link has just gone out there. StreamYard code to come into the background. Just hang in the background and I will bring you on to the show. So let's say hello to everybody. First up is Marcus 2010C, who joined as a member. Well done, Marcus. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated for anyone who does join as a member and can donate just a little bit towards the running of the channel, because it's not actually that cheap to run this whole setup. So thank you very much for that, and anybody else who donates at different times as well. We are also just on that road to 3,000. We're about to tick over, so make up some fake accounts if you need to and log in, put in another subscriber. We'll get over that 3,000 hump. It's been a little while. Next up is Dvorak. This was all Arthur MVP. I will agree with that. Another massive match for Arthur. And the names have gone all over the place today because YouTube has been messing around again, changing what they show on the screen. So these names will be messy tonight. Lexi, cheers for putting up some time today. No problem. I will do when I can. Unfortunately, my missus got called in on an emergency to go and transplant some lungs. So it made things just a little bit harder for me, but I'm here. Everything is quiet. We will do fingers crossed that we can keep this going as per normal. How horrible for someone not to actually wait until I have this done before needing a new set of lungs, eh? What can you do? Next thumbs up and like, Lexi reminds us, because we never say this on this channel. Give the thumbs up, give the like, put in a few comments. All good, all good. George Williams, considering the injuries we are dealing with at the moment, today's result was excellent. That is a fair point. It is a very valid point. 3 players out. Obviously, if you don't know, that is Kakache on the left wing, wasn't playing. Kabore on the right wing, and he is done until New Year. Probably around the transfer window or thereabouts. And Kiefer Moore didn't make it into the starting lineup today, even on the bench. So that means he is likely out for a period of time. So this will be tough. It was mentioned on the pre-show. I mentioned it on the pre-show about not having attacking power on the wings, which is going to hurt us. We're going to have to play through the middle and then back out to the wings to get some crosses in. Maka did get a couple of crosses in, but his defensive duties were better, but he just doesn't have the steam on the attack anymore. Longman had trouble as well trying to get around his men on the right-hand side. Had a few moments, but not amazing work from him. But it was a tough game. It was a really tough match. So I'm going to give it some positives today. I'm not going to kill the boys too much. They got clapped off by the away fans at the end, so that generally is a very good sign. They did leave it all out on the pitch. They played their ass off, even if they couldn't get a goal. They did keep a clean sheet, and they came away with that 1 point. Okay, Silora Bravos. Today is more proof that Parky is the manager for now and the the future. He came in here wanting no less than a draw, and he got it. Yeah, the old adage, take your 3 points at home and take your 1 point on the road, will get you into the playoffs. So that's fun. The username thing is irksome. Irksome is the word of the day. I haven't heard that word in such a long time, actually. Wow, look at my eyelids. I need to put on some cream. I need some under eye cream. Dun-dun-dun. Who is next up here? Matthew again. Fear does replace it, you lovable linguistic. Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Kimmy would have been elated with a win, but a draw and another clean sheet. She's happy. Bring on Wednesday. Yeah, look, I'm fine with taking the positives from today. A draw is a good result against Ipswich. It really is. We have gotten them at their kind of upswing. They have played worse earlier in the season. Now they've pulled it together. You play them whenever you get them. It happens to everybody. So, good result generally. There are a lot of comments here about the YouTube messing up with people's names. So I'm going to skip a couple of those. Hard fought draw. Okay. There you go. Brian Chong. Hard fought draw. Correct. Bono. Here we go. With the injuries, I expected a loss. Getting a point was huge. Well, I suppose expecting a loss isn't actually that negative. The percentages were against us. They were against us. Madal, Barney should start Wednesday. Longman was good in defense, but where were the crosses? Interesting choice. Now, actually, do you know what? I don't mind that, and I'll tell you why. The reason I don't mind that is Longman is our player to cover both wings. So I wouldn't want to push Longman too hard if he is going to have to cover both sides. It means he's not going to get a break. So I wouldn't mind putting him on the bench for the next match and having him cover both wings. And Maka may not be able to play 90 minutes on every match as well. So at some point, he may need a little bit of cover on that left side to give him a break. Not much going forward, but resolute defense. Yes, a strong point. Definitely strong in defense. You're never going to keep them out. You're never going to keep away all shots from a team like that. But we did pretty well, and Arthur pulled off some nice saves as well. We did have some horrendous mistakes again tonight, some unforced errors, some bad passes from people. I'm going to throw Dabo under the bus just a little bit here. He had some horrendous passing tonight, but as usual, his defense was on point. Where was Ratbone? I think he'd do better than Thomason. Wasn't impressed with Thomason. Ratbone wasn't even on the bench, so that is a worry. He must have had some continuing problems with his health. I see Habs in the background. Will be our first guest today. Jump in as well, guys, if you want to get in before we finish up a little early today. I'll get to you in 2 minutes, Habs. Okay. The weather affected the speed of the game too. Ipswich looked like greyhounds at the start, hounds at the end. Cool. Gritty performance, great clean sheet. Yes. Esteban, I knew 14 minutes in that this game was going to go either 0-0 or 1-0 in our favour. They were playing frustrated like the majority of the game. Ooh, that's a big call after 14 minutes. The 0-0, maybe I would agree with that. I don't know about 1-0 in our favour after 14 minutes. Okay. Okay, so that's most of the comments done for now, up to date. So I'm going to bring Habs in, and then we're going to have a quick look at the table, and then we'll get into talking points. Habs, how are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Good, good. Just had a match, just had a draw, took a nice point.
Yeah, I'd say it's okay to take that point. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed. Some people are going to be split. Some people are not going to be split. Or they're going to think, why didn't we do better? Why wouldn't we do this? And I can see some of the comments that were said. I'm like, calm down, everyone. Just calm down. I mean, this is going to be an expectation that was going to happen. Could it have been better? Yes, we could have done better, but we were playing with what we've got.
Yeah.
And to expect more than what we were doing, it's going to be difficult. I mean, people are going to want to say, well, we should have had this and we should have had that. But some people were a bit more realistic about this. I mean, we didn't have our attacking option and our attacking style of play. As soon as we saw the starting 11, we were not going to play any kind of expansive or attacking football, which was kind of obvious. But the way we were going to do that.
Okay. Lexi agrees we could have done worse. Yeah. So Habs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the table and we'll have a quick look at it and the matches from today, and then we'll start hitting the main topics. So let me check. You guys can see that. Oh, because I haven't shown it yet. Share screen. There we go. Right. So, perfect. So, not a crazy amount has changed, really. Coventry, Middlesbrough, Stoke, Bristol City, Preston North End, Hull, Millwall, Ipswich Town, Birmingham City, Leicester City, Watford, Derby, Charlton. We are now in 14th place. 2 wins, 3 draws in the last 5. Queen's Park Rangers below us, Southampton, West Brom, Blackburn Rovers, Portsmouth, Swansea, Oxford, and then sitting in the relegation zone, we have Sheffield United with a draw today with Sheff Wednesday, Norwich City, another loss for them, and Sheffield Wednesday down the bottom. Nothing they can do. They're not escaping at any point this season, and done.
That's really a loss for Sheffield United, that is, if it's a draw.
Hang on. I let me double check that, because it's saying a loss for Sheffield Wednesday, but it's saying a draw for Sheffield United.
They might be
playing each other.
Let me have a look.
No, they're playing each other tomorrow. So it's the last results. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So they are playing each other tomorrow. They haven't played. That's why it's confused there. Okay, so the results today. Yesterday we had Preston North End versus Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers away took out the win 2-1, which was kind of handy. That pulled Preston back a little bit towards us, which was nice.
You're still about 3 points away from the playoffs. So
yes, so that's I was going to bring that up in a minute. We are it's tightening up. There are a lot of teams within that 3-point margin. So we have dropped a space. We're down 1 spot with the results of this week, but we are actually no worse off for the playoff spots. I think we're actually 1 point better even. So that's actually okay. Then what do we have? We have Bristol City took out Swansea 3-0. Good for them. They're up in the playoffs. I like Swansea getting hammered. Again, that's 3 losses in a row. They had their new manager today. Didn't seem to do anything, but you can hardly expect them to do it in 2 days or so. So that's good. Charlton Athletic got walloped 5-1 by Southampton. I always thought there was going to be a big result against Charlton at some point. They're not going to be able to hold up every match. Coventry City took out the win 3-2 versus West Bromwich Albion after going behind, I think, and then a red card for West Brom. So they took their points. Either way, it doesn't really matter. West Brom are above us, and they can do with a... Oh, no, they're below us. Sorry. West Brom is that far down the table. Okay. So good for us. They lost. Keep them away from us. Keep people behind us.
They were ahead of us at one point.
They were, yeah. They slid a lot recently. So they've had 3 losses in the last 5. 1 win, 1 draw. So that probably hurt them. Norwich City got another smashing as well. 4-1 by Birmingham City. Away for that one. Another new manager with a loss in his first match. Then we have Derby County ended up losing to Watford. Ooh, that's an interesting one there. So where are
Yeah,
they?
but Watford's one of those teams. They
Watford is one of those teams, yeah. But they were winning that match for quite a while before they ended up going on to lose that. We had our draw, and then Leicester City 2-1 versus Stoke City. Where is Stoke? Yeah, Stoke right up the top. Leicester City pulling points back. They're going to be up in around the playoffs soon enough, I would expect. But there has been mention of their charges again recently, so maybe that'll be resolved pre-Christmas. So we may see them drop back down the board again because of that penalty. So that is that for now. So position-wise, I think we're not too bad. No worse than we were. It's a tough team. We were kind of expected to lose it, to be honest. Something's gone wrong there. There we are. We're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you there.
Okay, good. I did something wrong there and we all disappeared off the screen. Okay, so there's the results. Not bad results in general. Things are tightening. This is the start of the peak run, though. Just back off the international. No more breaks for quite a long time. We have a couple of months. We are hitting a lot of weeks with double matches, back-to-back weeks with double matches. And then we have the Christmas period with the Friday, Monday matches as well. So that is cool. And there are people in the background. Yes, I am going to let them in. Sorry about that. Matthew, Esteban. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no, shit. Esteban showed up too.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, Patty? How you doing, Habs?
No, and Habs too. I miss you all.
Okay. Does anyone want to pull a topic for the first conversation?
First of all, your boy Luke Williams getting it done over there at Posh.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing
attention.
something. He's doing something because they're unbeaten for a couple of games, so he's doing something.
They beat Stockport.
That's a shame.
Anyway,
I feel almost guilty right now. It's like all of us have freaking emojis, and like we're looking at Yoda and me. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick in bed right now, but I'm like, oh, fine, I'll show my face because Patty, we can't let you from hanging.
Well, I don't want to show my hair to anybody. It's a cold morning in LA.
Who gives a
okay? Football people. Football.
Listen, it's a cold morning in LA.
I asked for football story, and you gave me Peterborough.
My one point is like when we have Hardy and Smith coming in, I'm like, it's their time. Right now, we have injuries. We knew they were coming, and how Parky is playing it, he knows that he has attacking players. This is their time.
Get them both on the field at the same time. I keep fucking saying this.
Relax.
Oh yeah, okay, no swearing.
I keep saying this. Get them both on the field at the same time. That's the way to go. I'm telling you. Let the dogs loose on that field.
Okay. So what do you think on that?
We're gonna do like a Flight of the Conchords, like woof woof.
Yes.
You actually got the reference.
Anyway.
Okay. Habs, do you agree with that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why not?
Nobody agrees with me, but like nobody wants to try it either.
That's because they don't agree with you.
How will we ever know if we don't try it?
Well, you could say that about every combination, and
I'm telling you, LOB, maybe Rathbone, Smith and Hardy up front.
Rathbone's not available.
Well, LOB.
He's not here.
LOB and Broadhead then.
Okay.
With Hardy and Smith up front. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. I have been feeling that in my bones for the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
I've been feeling that since it started. But Hardy is he's for me a late player. He is who I would see as a Fletcher. He is dangerous.
Hardy's hungry.
You can tell. No one can read him. He is a freaking anomaly.
Okay. Yeah, he's hungry. He's unpredictable. He's a little crazy out there. Smith is a little bit more calculated, but yeah, I agree.
Okay. Question. Answer me this, each of you, please. Why didn't we score today with our attack, or at least do better? Is it because the attacking team wasn't able to get the job done, or is it because they weren't getting the service?
There was a service. There was no.
It was service.
Yeah, there was no passing. The passing was atrocious today.
Like, it's
3 of us here, guys. But 4 of us.
I'm just letting you know.
I want to hear Habs.
I'm always on here.
Okay, well, I'm asking a question of everybody first. So,
okay. Okay, so the reason why partially is because of service, but it's also because of our play style. We were playing very much a defensive low block. We were, and we were from the start.
I agree with that. I agree with Habs on this one. There was a great emphasis on the defense today. Listen, this is what I came to say. 14 minutes in, I knew it was going to go this way. Don't ask me why I knew this, but 15 minutes in, the crowd went silent. They took a shot, and I don't even remember who took the shot, but Ipswich took a shot, and the crowd went like they went crazy, and then they got completely silenced. The player put his face in his hands, and like you could tell that they were already frustrated 14 minutes into the game. In the 14th minute, in the 15th minute. I always forget how that goes. But anyway, about 14 and a half minutes in, they were already playing frustrated. The crowd was already silent, and I knew it was going to go this way, and I knew it was going to be a tremendously defensive game for us, and it was going to be ugly. We were going to just grind this one out. 39. What was it? 39 clearances by us. The way I see that, that's 39 chances that we thwarted for them. So that's the way I like to look at that. And that was clearly the plan. That was clearly Parky's plan, and they executed. Let me rephrase that. If that was Parky's plan to thwart them and frustrate him, it worked flawlessly. And kudos to all of them. That's right, Kitty. You fucking tell him.
May I speak here? Matt White, I actually have questions. Jump in on this chat right now, because I agree with what you're saying, and I'm curious about your thoughts.
Okay, just let's not invite more people. Let's just keep talking. Okay, good point, right? Do we believe that Parky literally was going for the draw, going full defense, and he wasn't putting on his best attacking players?
Clearly, yeah.
How's the cat? What are we supposed to say on that one?
Okay. Do you want me to?
Back on football, Habs. Come on, keep it straight.
Let's go back.
All right, let me just get on this. The reason why we weren't able to get the kind of players or the type of attacking play or the build-up that we would have is because we lack the players that we have right now because they're injured. That's the only reason. And
so,
as good as they were going to be, I mean, we have a solid defense anyway, but we just had to shore up on our defense because we just didn't have the ability to go forward as we would have. So we had to go and rely on counter-attacking. There were moments in which we could go on the transition to get that in, but we just didn't have the proper build-up play. If we had James and Sheaf in the middle, as we would usually have, and O'Brien serving up in that freed up space with Kakachi and Kabore on the wings, and if we just had Smith as the person up front, then we probably would have had a far more devastating effect, and we could have gone taken the fight to them. But
we could have done that. I agree with you. That is why did we not go aggressive? They were scared. Like, we played a defense game in AO, fucking spot on. But we should have been putting fear in them. Like, we didn't have an aggressive attack.
Because the players weren't the type
Yeah,
that were used to the aggressive attack.
I disagree with that personally. I think if you went attacking in this, we were going to lose goals. I do.
We were going to lose in open. We can't play expansive and attacking football in open play. We were going to lose against them because our main attacking force were just not there to be able to do that. I mean,
but you can sneak in someone like Hardy, like where you get a long ball from Okonkwo, who can't kick a long ball, and if it hits him, he's going to fucking score.
That's not going to be enough to just I mean, the distribution is the one thing that AO has been known for his one of his weaknesses. But even if we were to get that in to do a long ball into our number 9, it's not enough to be able to do that because one, he has to worry about getting offside, and it was close to being offside multiple times. And there were other points in which there was just no one there to give him support because we were still playing defensive.
The thing is, close and not being is the same freaking thing. He didn't. Close is he's calculated.
I don't know what you mean by that.
He didn't go offside. Like, he doesn't go offside. He calculates every single move, and he's fast, and defense can't deal with him.
No, it's about how Arthur got the long ball up to the other end and trying to make sure that Hardy stays onside with the ball to be able to get that in. And he can't always be there when you also have the defense that are coming straight after him as well.
Okonkwo kicks the ball, that's on Hardy to make sure. It is separate players. He knows that he's going to be there. That's up to Hardy to make sure that he's not offside. Okonkwo is kicking it out there, and that is his job. After that,
but he also needs support. He would also need support. He can't be on his own to do that. He needs support because you can't. If you're on your own and you're dealing with the defense, the back three, the centre backs, and you're just on your own.
Yeah. Anyways,
I agree with what Matt White is saying. That there's a couple of comments he made. I agree with Parkey isn't aiming for a draw, but his options were limited today. Only so much he could do. I like that. I like that take. He also said attacking would have opened up the back line to its main weakness, which is attackers running full speed at them. I agree with that as well. And we saw that when Hyam put his body down twice towards the end of the game, right? And he made a couple of tremendous blocks, right? Without that, they would have scored twice right there because they were on the attack. And so kudos to Hyam for that. And AO was immense. I agree with Lexi that Arthur is the reason we did not lose today. For real. That is absolutely the truth. He is definitely the man of the match today.
Along the same lines, here's a different kind of take on it. Another question. We had other better players that weren't played today because I think he played a defensive team and, well, we didn't lose. So first point is, were there better players on the bench should we want to be more attacking? And then do you agree with not playing them today?
Lexi, I'm actually curious. Who do you think should have been on the field?
Do you guys think there were better players, or did we play our best team?
I say yes, but we need the right combination. I think that's the part that Parkey's having a hard time figuring out is what is his other rotation, right? That's the thing, and either that or he is just not pulling the trigger and having enough balls to put, the likes of Broadhead and Smith and Hardy on the field at the same time, or maybe he's just afraid that they're gonna get hurt too, like everybody's fucking getting hurt. So
that's just sports.
Yeah. So anyway,
I don't think Parkey got it wrong today.
I don't think so either. I think this was exactly the game plan, and I think that the defense executed as expected and tremendously well. Yes, it's frustrating to watch because we want Wrexham to win. We want him to score goals, But today wasn't about that. Today was about quieting the crowd. It was about controlling the game as much as possible. It was about frustrating them, and I think that was executed flawlessly. So, and yeah, it's frustrating to watch, right? Because, like I said, we want Wrexham to score, right? But they didn't score either, and they were so freaking frustrated. We did that to Coventry. We've done that to just about every team in the last like 5 games. It's just they just playing frustrated. We did that to Charlton, and they were just like kicking the balls, kicking the boards. We did that to Norwich. Anyway, yeah. I gotta tell you, I actually love it. I love when I see the other teams start to get frustrated, right? Because they get discombobulated. They don't know how to play. They don't know how to play once they see that they can't penetrate us.
Patty, can I actually? I see the comment here, and have it faster. This is actually a very good debatable conversation on our strikers right now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good conversation because we all have different opinions on what we're going to have to deal with.
Okay. What's your?
I'm curious about what your opinion is on how we're actually going to execute this, or how Parky is, or you when you take the job and just go tell him, just go. Like, when we're talking about strikers, we have them. How is this going to? We have injuries. Injuries always happen.
Yeah.
It's the worst case scenario, but and everyone thinks it's like, oh, it's only it's me. I'm like, no. Every team goes through injuries. It's just a thing. These guys are beasts. Like, they go on the field and they fight, and they are going to get injured. That is a fact.
Well, we need to figure out which way to use our strikers that we have at the moment. But I'm going to defend Parky constantly, probably today, in saying that this is not the match to do it. This is not the match. This is not the match to go full attack.
And sorry to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is like, we're going to a 3-game week. When I said, and a lot of people disagree with me, which is okay. Josh did, which was great. I am like, if you're going to a 3-game week, this is not the match to do it. We have to play on Wednesday and Saturday a game. You do not want to go into those 3 games because Ipswich was going to be fighting. Coming out with a draw, I thought we should have won that. That would have been a boost, but going in on Wednesday, they're going to come out freaking flying, and at least they showed it. They put full up defense on Ipswich.
Who's on Wednesday?
Next match, guys.
Jesus Christ.
2 seconds.
You actually have to look it up? All right.
Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't been paying attention. Bristol's next.
Yep, and we have a very tough freaking road ahead of us.
And how are they doing?
They're doing pretty well. They're up in 4th.
Yeah.
Win, loss, draw, win for the last 5.
And Bristol is going to come out flying.
Are we playing at the Are we playing at the Kairos?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I gotta tell you, I think maybe next game is the game to do it. Maybe the next game is the one.
Bristol City
the one in
is
which we attack a
beatable.
little bit more. What's that?
I actually think Bristol City is more beatable. They look more average in matches, I think.
And if Wrexham can get the Kairos, going, I think that it could be a really big boost to actually trying the attacking style. So I don't know. Maybe next match is when we see the dogs get loose.
It's one of those scenarios where I think it really is the difference between home and away. This was an away match against one of the top teams in the league. Bristol, okay, are doing really well. They're getting points, but they do look like a somewhat average team that can be taken out if you can put your own system together. So yeah, I would say the old adage of needing 3 points at home and one on the road in order to get into the playoffs, we need to go more attacking at home. And so yes, we should be able to take it more to Bristol in the midweek. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the scores for each player according to FOTMob, and we'll have a look through the team.
I want to hear Hab's opinion while you do that.
On what?
Oh, his opinion on how the hell we're going to pull it off this week.
Okay, there's one for you, Habs. Go on. How are we going to beat Bristol during the week? What are we going to change with the team?
It's going to be hard for me to get inside the mind of Parky, but going by precedent, we can go a bit more attacking on Bristol. But we also need to take into consideration our attacking options are a bit more limited. Now, it depends on the players that we use. Now, I would put James and Sheaf in that, but that depends if Sheaf can play that and not be overused.
Where are you putting Sheaf?
In the double pivot with
You're going
James.
back and forth. Yeah, okay.
And then I would put, now this is a bit different, I would put Doyle as left wing back.
Okay.
Replacing Kabore.
What?
Like
Left wing back.
Yeah, I know, but who is replacing Kabore?
It was Longman.
Guys, left and right, you're mixing them up.
Oh, no, I know where he's talking. I'm just asking who is replacing Kabore.
Longman.
Okay. Longman is like you did today.
How'd that work?
It's the best we have, unless you put Barney in. Now, Barney can go in as well if you want to give Longman a break, because I mentioned that earlier. Longman has to cover both sides. He is both our left and right winger. So if Maka needs to come off, then Longman has to switch. So for me, that potentially means you need to be a little bit more careful with Longman's minutes in order not to end up with a major problem.
Or we just have to put Maka into the situation that he's always been. And he can protect that side. He can. We all know he's a fighter. And
are you saying put Mac on the right hand side?
He'll play on left and cover, but putting Mac on the field scares the shit out of defense.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Don't disagree with that. I completely disagree with that.
I disagree with that. I don't think they're scared of him anymore.
The reason why I say put Doyle on there because he's faster. For one, he's much more aggressive and he's more direct as well.
100%.
And he's a natural left foot as well. So that would be much more, and he's much more solid. We can play in our 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-2-1. Sorry, 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-2-1 formation. We can in that form with having what's his name again? Doyle on the left instead, and then we could be able to use Longman there. We may be able to use Barney, but he's a bit more predictable on one note, and we can use Sheaf and James in a double pivot. We can have O'Brien and Windass there, and we can choose whichever striker you want to have in that position and keep our back line the same.
That would be an interesting change, kind of little bit out of left field, a little bit unorthodox, but that's interesting.
It is, but it's. I mean, the thing is, Doyle has played left wing back.
Yeah.
He did do it at Norwich, so we could use him as left wing back as a replacement. He's a natural left footer, just like Kakache and just like McLean, but he's more faster than McLean. I don't know if he's faster than Kakache. I don't think he is, but he's also very solid defensively as well. So he can play that. He can track back towards that. And also one other thing I forgot. because of his left
We
foot.
all went silent there because we were all thinking.
I thought someone was about to talk because I heard background noise and then no one did.
Oh, Patty, you're always just thinking.
No, I just keep thinking that it's time to let the dogs loose. I'm gonna keep
Okay,
beating
but
on
hang
that
on. But
fucking drum.
what does that mean? What do you want
Yeah.
to do?
I think that O'Brien and either Broadhead or Windass need to be on the field, and both Hardy and Smith need to be up front. If we're not gonna have more, then let's go full attack on the ground, because
Well,
we don't have the manpower to put him across. So we need to get a little bit creative right there in the middle of the field, and let those guys do their thing. Let those guys get aggressive, and Hardy is looking hungry. Hardy is unpredictable, and I want to see him get out there and like just let loose. And Smith's calculating, and I think that those two guys can do some damage.
So what are you doing with Windass?
He can be on the bench.
Okay. So you don't have Broadhead or Windass playing?
Broadhead and O'Brien. Go more of.
That is aggressive as hell.
Yes, I'm telling you, I've been
that.
feeling this for 5 weeks, man. I'm like O'Brien and Broadhead. I was thinking of O'Brien and Rathbone, and with Smith, but Rathbone is not ready yet. So, bring Broadhead on.
Who would you have as your starting 11, and what formation would you use for the Bristol
exactly.
match?
I don't know enough to be like, do this formation or whatever.
I
know that
Okay, hang on.
they need, like, if you put those 4 guys up front, like they could get really fucking aggressive. And
you're allowed to have your starting 11. You pick it. So we're not going to.
No, okay, we're not. That's going to take too long. I get your point now about who you would put on basically every attacking player that we have. Okay, that's what you mean.
Like going to war.
That is straight going to war. Leaving your defense open and see what happens. Okay.
No. I mean, we have enough of the. We have enough of the back.
We don't. You see, that's the problem, because our midfield at the moment is what's defending our back line, and that's why we're so strong in defense. You can't have both.
Damn it! I just want to see some aggressiveness.
Dobson is the one doing the yeoman's work, where he's just chasing after every ball. He has to.
But Dobson is horrendous in attack. Essentially.
But
I said Matthew off.
No, it's funny. It's like when it's like you actually want to start a war.
Okay, okay, guys, right. I understand what he's saying. I get the point, right? But we're going to move off it because there's not a hope it's going to happen. It's just it's not going to happen. So we're not going to dive too deeply into that, because that's just fanciful. I understand it. I understand the logic, and I understand liking to try it.
There is no logic in it.
Oh, there is.
There's no logic.
There is. Going full attack has its own logic. That's fine.
That
Same
is
as
called
going full
playoffs,
defense.
and that's end of season. We are not there yet.
We're not there yet. That's why it's never going to happen, which is why I'm trying to move on.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Did you actually
Kim just said that someone needs a marijuana leaf for an icon. I think that's for me. I'll fucking take it.
Okay, please stop swearing for no reason.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take it.
At least use it when it's important to your sentence. Okay, right. So I'm going to bring up the players, and we're going to go through the players and see what people think. Okay.
Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Okonkwo for us 8.7.
Nice.
Pretty good. Standard. That's cool. Right. Agree with that totally. Man of the match. Anyone disagree?
Nope.
No.
No, he was huge. He was immense.
And I would actually give credit on Okonkwo. Yeah, it's like
Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm moving on. Quick. Right, Okonkwo, we're good. Defense then, we have Clewert on the right, 7.4, Hyam in the middle, 7.1, Scar out on the left, 7.1. All very strong. Any big talking points on our defensive line?
I think Hyam deserves better. I think he should be at least an 8.
I agree.
Okay.
But everyone on our defensive team, there's no questions. They all deserve whatever they got.
Okay. Then what about Clewert? He had some mistakes today.
I have okay. And I hated for what I've been trying to say is Cleworth is young and he is the one that every single team, they plan for him and they go at him. They know he has weaknesses because he has not played at this level. And they keep going at him and you see, and when he's making the mistakes, it's not his fault. They just know it's a weakness.
Okay. He did make some mistakes. He is young and he can have a few mistakes. I don't mind, but we survived them. That was the thing. They were dodgy, but
it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I have nothing against him. He is the best player, but they attack. If you watch every game that we have played or match, we go through, they attack Cleworth all the time. They push him to the limits and they bombard him. It's unfortunate just because he is younger and he hasn't dealt with this. He's learning fast though.
Yeah, he's surviving it. It's showing he can handle the pressure.
Oh, and that is it. He's going to make these mistakes, but he is going to become one of the strongest players. Like, learning fast is a horrible situation because he's like every time he's going to make mistakes because he hasn't gone through them.
Okay.
I agree. I think that some teams try to break him and try to find his weaknesses. And he does show his weaknesses, but he quickly corrects. That's one thing I love about Max is he quickly corrects his mistakes. And he must watch his videos and then go back and work on whatever his mistake he's made the last week because he doesn't seem to repeat the same mistakes. So
Harkey would not put him on the field if he didn't believe in him. Yeah,
he's a great student of the game.
Okay.
For sure.
Right, moving on then. We have McLean on the left, 7.3. Longman on the right, 6.9. So Longman first, back in his more natural right-hand side, which he hasn't played for us for quite a while. What do we think of Longman today?
He didn't really do much. He didn't have much to do.
I thought Longman was brilliant getting his stride back.
Okay. Habs, what about you today on Longman? What do you think?
He could only do what he could do.
Yeah,
with
I agree.
Limited options of the attack. I mean, he was part of leading the attack for much of the match as well.
He was trying, yes.
And he was being shut down quite a bit.
Yep.
But also, our play style today wasn't expansive enough for us to be able to play that kind of strong attacking style. So it was more like just trying to get the ball out to him. You can see it multiple times when people, whether it be from Cleworth or Dobson and so on, trying to get the ball to Longman to try and run down there. He doesn't have the pace of Kabore to be able to get down there, but he does have the creative style to get down there. But it wasn't the same, and you could tell with the play style we were using, we were rather limited.
Okay. Then McLean, guys. First start for McLean back on the left in quite a while. Were we happy with what he did today? Defensively good, not amazing in attack, but we have issues with our attack today because of who we were playing.
I honestly don't have I think he did what he could. He is a very good defensive player, and he's always a presence on the pitch.
Yeah,
Other
I,
than
I
that,
would agree with that. I don't think Longman and Maka had very much to do today. They just needed to hold the line. So
it was just like the presence on the pitch is fear is actually a tactic. Like, and Parky knows that. And you put those two on there, you don't know what they're going to do. And
I don't rate the fear aspect. Not at this level. Championship teams, they don't fear players in that sort of way. And especially not Maka now with his speed. Like, if you're going fear is probably the wrong word, but if you're going to fear anything, it's players with speed that are going to get around you. That's what players kind of look at and go, oh shit, he's fast. I'm going to be running my ass off this match.
fear is the unknown.
there were a couple of times that Longman tried to make something happen, and the whoever was covering from Ipswich, the guy with the long hair, he would get around him because he's so much quicker. So yeah, that was not. We didn't have any advantage in speed today.
We
At
didn't.
all. Nope.
And if in our better matches, when we do get a lot of chances, a lot of those chances do come from our wingers. They're the ones that are bringing the ball up and getting crosses into the box. For the majority, not for all, but they're some of our better matches. And we just didn't have the opportunity in the final third for either of our wingers to get in there and put in decent crosses with support, of course, with people in there who could collect the ball.
And that's why I keep thinking we need to go down the middle.
Yeah, but we also here's the problem is if you can't spread it out by using your wingers, then your midfield is not going to get through. And we only started playing well in midfield with our new players, and now we're back to our older players.
Mm.
So it's problems everywhere. It's all linked.
Longman could have booted it. He had open field. Why are they not taking a shot?
From where? When?
Doesn't matter. Booting it. They have the ball going in with zero defense. Bend it like Beckham is the best way to at least everyone will understand. Shoot.
I love Sea Lord. You know, Maka had a decent game when Josh didn't curse his name every 5 seconds. Sea Lord, you're a legend.
I'm not even reading the chat. What?
Yeah,
Sea Lord? Oh, he's supposed to be on here. He's Mad Owl. Like, get in the hot tub, Sea Lord, and show your chest. I already said that.
Hey,
okay,
guys, I came and said what I wanted.
Crazy.
I came and said what I wanted to say. I'm gonna let somebody else come in. I gotta go feed the cats anyway.
Okay, take care.
I'll see you guys later.
See you, Esteban.
Bye.
Right. Okay.
Bye.
This is going to be the biggest one. Now we have our midfield. We have Dobson on 7.4, which is pretty high, joint second. Sheaf 6.6 in the middle, and Thomason then 6.1. So let's start with Dobson. Everybody happy with Dobson?
No.
Okay, why not?
He is. I think he can actually be aggressive and actually score goals.
No, he can't.
He can put. He's a midfielder that can actually put the pass into someone what will score.
He can pass in. Okay, that by being aggressive. If that's what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, like there's no. He's not gonna be the one that strikes it, but
okay, good.
He is smart enough to actually pull off that play.
Okay, but a defender is supposed to be. A midfielder is supposed to be able to play both sides of the pitch. Yeah, and that's one problem I have with Dobson. His defensive duties are fantastic. He runs his ass off. He never stops.
When I played soccer, I was actually a midfielder, which is funny. You do not, as a midfielder, you are defense first. That is it. And make sure that the people who can score have the opportunities. That is it.
Yeah, he doesn't get opportunities to the other attackers. And when an opportunity falls to him, he cannot move forward with it himself or take a shot. Very rarely. And they're not very good.
He's always looking for them.
Yeah, he's always running. He's always playing his ass off. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. This is why I'm bringing this up, is Dobson always gets away with the fact he can't play attack. You know, everybody just talks about his defensive duties. Oh, it's amazing. Now, he had some horrendous passing today. He had some really poor mistakes. Gave away another free kick in front of the box in a perfect position for the other team, and they almost scored from it.
And
again,
this is a great debate. He risked things.
Yeah.
And
he's a good player. Like he probably deserves his 7.4 because he didn't do anything in an attack side. He didn't make crazy mistakes. He got away with the mistakes he made. So I expect him to have a reasonably high score. He's very good for his defensive duties. But we were talking earlier about wanting to go on attack. When you put Dobson on, it's not overly helpful for our attacking.
He didn't see an opportunity. Just in my opinion, and not yours.
Well, there wasn't a massive amount of opportunities, so let's be fair about that too. It was today was a particularly difficult match to get opportunities.
100%. And he didn't find his opening, and so he held back because he knew if I were on the pitch and doing that, it's like when you have to hold back.
Okay, Habs, what jump in here? What do you think of Dobson?
Dobson could have got a higher score, but there were moments where he basically gave horrible passes.
Yep, I agree.
There were some horrible passes he gave as well to the opposite. There were multiple passes that were quite bad as well. Some of them were just quite hospitalish, but he was doing his defensive gambit as he usually does, because you can tell by with the lineup that the way he plays is to be just so defense focused to be able to stop. He's part of the first line of defense. He is.
Yeah.
When someone's trying to get the ball down, he's going to be there and he's chasing after him and he's going to get the ball away from them, or he's going to keep the ball away from the opposition. The other reason being is that he had that same foul in that very same area, but you can't really. I mean, yeah, you can blame him for that. And that's completely understandable, and it's becoming a repeated pattern for this. But it's also because he started the entire match, and he's going to get tired at some point because he's just running around like a maniac trying to keep the ball away from our goal. But I mean, he can only do what he can with the system that we're playing today. That's all we can really do.
I agree with that.
Okay, Thomason. I said before the match that Thomason needs to step up and show he is real championship quality. Did he show it today?
Do you want me to say, or do you want?
Go on, Habs. Either if you had time.
I think it's a bit. I think it's
That's
I can understand. Question. I think that's an understandable rating that he got on there. But he was doing some yeoman's work. He was to try and keep the ball going forward.
It was a tough match, so I'm not going to criticize him too hard. I was hoping for better from him, but yes, you can only do what you can do as well. So a bit more time, we might figure out Thomason.
If you're going to play a low block, and and Thomason is more of an attacking midfielder, he is. It's going to be hard to really use him in a way that would be as effective as you want him to be when most of the time we're just going to be stuck on defensive duties.
True. But somebody needs to be more attacking. And out of the three, himself, Sheaf, Dobson, he's the more attacking, and he tried.
He can strike.
Yeah.
was trying to get the ball forward. You could hear him on the pitch. You could hear him screaming on the pitch. You could. I think your cat wants to get on the pitch as well.
Kim, you made a very good point.
But in overall, I mean, his strength is far more effective when he's on the other side of the box, where he's part of the attack, and he was doing his work with McLean and Sheaf. We're trying to make sure that attack was keep going further forward every time, but he just couldn't get out further forward because we were just stuck trying to play this defensive system. So it's going to be hard.
Can we bring up Sheaf?
Yeah, Sheaf is next. Yeah.
Okay.
6.6.
Did you want to say something there, Matthew?
No, just curious is all I am with his play today. Because he's an attacker too. And what happened is, I don't know. It's like when I watch him, like when we're playing against it, it's like you have to attack in a certain way. Our defense is solid. There's no question about that. We didn't lose a point today. And 16 shots, was it?
Yeah, it
Why did we only have 2?
Because we didn't get up there.
And I know that Sheaf is an attacker, and that's why you have Hardy and Smith. They are both attackers. And if you go back to our goalkeeping, Okonkwo is an attacker. He can stop balls, but he wants to see the front line go. We didn't do that today.
Sheaf is used for the build-up.
Yep.
He's not a main attacking force. He's part of the build-up play with the midfield.
100%. A build-up is an attacking force, though.
Not necessarily. I mean, you could have build-up by going defensively and then going forward afterwards, but it depends on how you're going to use the build-up. Now, our main attacking force, because it also depends on the style we're playing as well. We weren't playing an attacking style.
We weren't.
So our build-up was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But Ipswich defense, they were on defensive the entire time.
No, they weren't. They were attacking the entire time.
They were afraid of running.
We just kept shutting down their attack. I mean, Philogene and Akpom were just being shut down every time. They were the main attacking force. They were.
So, have you ever heard the term the best defense is offense?
Yeah, it's not true. It might be in American football where you came from, but
that's what they did, though. That's what Ipswich was doing. It's not. It's like the best.
No. They weren't doing that just for pure attacking reasons. They were the better team. They were the stronger team, and we do the same. When we end up being a much stronger team than our opponent, we have more attacking too. So it's too simplistic to say just play attack. No, it doesn't work, because if you're the weaker team and you just play attack, you get absolutely hammered in defense.
Agreed.
And the thing is, if our standard players were fit, we could take them on man for man. That we could go attacking as well. We could have gotten our possession stats would have been very much similar, on par with Ipswich's, if our main attacking force were in play and we were playing to our strength. But we didn't, because we were stuck with we don't have our main attacking force, and we're basically stuck having to play low block.
Yeah, Esteban says it here, that they weren't scared, they were frustrated. I think that's a much better description. We were frustrating their attacks. They were going pretty much full attack because they could, but we played really well in breaking up a lot of those attacks. We weren't You're going.
We were shutting down Philogene every time. Every time Philogene was coming on that wing, you could tell with Max as well as Longman were just shutting them down every time. Because you could tell he was coming for that. Longman and Max were just breaking them down. And if it was not through, even if it's not through Philogene, then it was going to be through Akpom. And Akpom was just being shut down by Hyam and Dobson every time.
Okay.
Agreed on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last word, and then we're moving on to attackers. Go on. Matthew.
Sorry?
You started talking. So what's your last point before we move on to attack?
No, let's move on. Like, we'll have conversations. Let's keep the conversation going.
Okay, Windass is up next. Did he look himself today? Did he play as well as usual? Was it just the fact we were getting shut down? We were playing defensive.
Did you
He
want to say,
didn't
or
have.
Matthew?
He didn't have a feed.
Yep. Okay. Habs, do you agree? Most of Windass's problems today were just we didn't get the service through to him.
I mean, the service was almost non-existent. He was weirdly playing like a false nine. He was. Much of the
That's
game.
funny and accurate.
Like he was like he was in the other end quite a lot. Like he was playing this weird false nine. He was, whilst Smith was kind of sitting deep. So, and there was just basically no service. There was no build up so there was no service for their usual strategy. So. And that's what we got.
Okay. Were they? Yeah, go on.
I mean, there were moments where we could have been close, but it's just like there were just moments where you could see Windass was trying to get the ball and trying to get the service to someone, or just trying to get the ball into their box.
Is weak service. That's all I can say.
Or with the passing game that we non-existent passing game.
Yeah.
But we were trying to do something with Windass, but there was just nothing there.
There was nothing there.
Okay, then does that count the same for Smith?
The same.
Yeah, kind of. The thing is, Smith was kind of weirdly used more to try and scavenge the ball most of the time.
Mostly aggressive, and it was like he was a bully at the point. I'm like, we just didn't have feeding. Like for me, this is my opinion. When we have Moore and everyone else, it's like the ball comes in and you have Kabore, and like now you're down both those players, the ones who score goals, like assist and everything else. They're just going to adapt right now, and that's what happened today. That's what I think. I guarantee on Wednesday they're going to come out stronger.
Well, we should, because we're at home as well. It does make a difference. You generally try and play more attacking football when you're at home. So who do we think we want up front for the next Wednesday? Do we leave it with Smith and Windass, or do we want some changes?
Hardy and Smith up front. You can swap out mid. Halftime, you can do a swap if it's not working. But that also gives you halftime. Like, you can bring in Broadhead and everyone else and switch the game. Like, it will flip the script.
Okay.
Well, for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Depends on who we have on the squad in the starting 11. And depends on the game plan that Parky's going to put forward.
Well, yeah, okay. For the moment, just assume we have what we have. Just for the sake of it, because we don't know their backs. So go with what's available for this today.
I mean, we could play more aggressively. But I mean, we could try and play more aggressively with the players we have today. We might be able to. We could be able to smash past the defense a lot easier since they're not as attack focused in the same. They don't have the kind of functionally. Well, they don't have the kind of what was it called? Their squad isn't in cohesion in the same way that Ipswich are. But I don't think we will have as strong of an attack as it would be like it is today.
I think we need O'Brien for me. That's my big change. I would definitely be playing O'Brien from the start.
Yeah, he needs to get back on the field. I'm sorry. O'Brien needs to be there.
That's why I said starting 11. Depends on the starting 11.
I'm asking you your starters. Who are you starting?
My starting 11?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not the 11, the front two, kind of, but I added O'Brien there for more attack.
Okay. With Bristol, I would keep Smith up front. I'd have Windass and I'd have O'Brien.
Sorry, Kim just said O'Brien has another card. He's banned.
What?
He's out. Let me just double check that. Looks like O'Brien has hit his limit.
5-card limit.
He had 8? What?
Once you get a certain amount of yellow cards, you're banned.
You're banned.
Yeah.
Oh dear God! Let me have a quick check. Yes, I'm sure it's correct, but defense blocks, clean sheets, discipline, yellow cards. Yeah, Lewis O'Brien now on 5.
You did get that.
Can you fill us in on when you get banned? How many games you're out?
It's 1 for your first yellow, I think, isn't it? For your first 5 yellows. And then it goes up with the next one if you hit 10 before the date for 10. And then it goes up again for the 15.
Yeah, that's detrimental, but
well, it's not helpful, yeah. I don't think Parky's going to make very many changes.
I agree.
I don't. I could see him putting Barney on the right and giving Longman a break just to cover both sides.
Coming into Saturday, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then who knows with McLean what he does? Like, I could actually see him rotating the 3 players now, between the matches, and maybe even swapping one out every match across the next 3. Until he decides someone just isn't good enough or whatever and falls on one that he wants to stick with. But I think he has to be careful with Longman because Longman is covering both sides. Like, what do we do on the left if McLean gets injured? You know what I mean? Then you would have to have Barney on the right and Longman on the left. After that, we're done.
We're going to actually just, when January comes and we get Moore and Kabori back, it's going to be a long process. But when we get there and Ryan and Rob want to spend money again, so we're going to buy a few more players. Do not rule us out. He's just in a fucking situation that November and December is going to suck.
Well, if it sucks badly enough, we won't be in playoff contention by January. That's possible. If we hit enough bad matches in a row now, if we can't work with this team that we have, we could slide down this table very quickly.
We will,
so we need to put it together.
And that is what we're going to see.
My suggestion would be to put, and I did say it will be put, is to put Doyle on left wing back.
Yeah.
We could always, and that's my thing, put him on the left wing back.
Yeah.
We can also switch the formation into a back 4 at the same time. We can.
I don't.
I know. Not
without a couple of more injuries.
I know. But by having him there, you could have him in a back 4 as well. So he can play as he can switch between the attacking front as well as defensive front as well. So but the thing is, if you want to keep it purely as the back three and having the two wing backs to go back into the back five, I mean, Doyle is probably the best one, and he would also be really good for the build-up play as well. His passing is great. He's got good passing. He's got really good passing. That's one. Like the build-up play with him, Sheaf, and James would be very good. And I think with Thomason, it would work It will be far more better for our attacking style.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Because
Brody?
we can't. Who?
Sorry, I saw a comment that.
Don't worry about the comments. Just talk to us.
Like, why would you put Brody instead of Windass?
I never said that.
No. That was people watching us.
Matt, stick to what we're talking about here.
Oh, we're already on how we're going to deal with this situation with injuries and everything else.
Okay, but how was in the middle of a sentence and you changed the topic?
You sent me a freaking text.
No, I didn't send you any text.
No. The whatever app did. And just like, oh, I saw a comment from someone in the chat. And I'm like, it's a very valid point.
Don't worry about the chat. You're talking to us. You're on the show talking to us. Don't worry about the chat.
They are people too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So back to the point. The reason why I'd put Doyle on the left wing back is because of both his defensive duties. He's a natural centre back on the left, but if you could put him on left wing back, which he has played, he will be far better for the build-up play and be able to do the passing. He has that passing ability as well, especially when you've got Sheaf and James in there at the same time, and along with Thomason being a part of the attacking form. Since we can't have O'Brien, we can have Thomason and Windass as part of the attacking form. If not, we can put Broadhead in there.
Okay. Right, guys. I think that will do it for this week. We are done, and we have Bristol to look forward to in the midweek. I personally don't think there's going to be a lot of changes, but who knows? We need to get some points on the board. Can we win against Bristol? I think so. Can we get a hat trick? 3-0? 3-0 for Bristol. Come on, guys. We can do it. On that bombshell, guys, have a good night. We will talk to you again soon. Out of here. Bye.